Mark Sloef at the VMware booth, and I'm standing here at a very interesting booth. It's the data management for your cloud. And this product, the VMware Fabric Data Director, is demoed by Morgan Guler.
Hi, Morgan.
Hi Morgan, how are you?
I'm doing great, how are you?
So I've heard you are the specialist on the Fabric Data Director.
Correct.
Okay, so when I want to give a client access to a database, I simply install a virtual machine with a database, and then he has a database. What is database as a service?
So database as a service is a technology where we allow, actually we call it policy-driven self-service. So an end user themselves can actually create their own databases without having any knowledge of virtualizations, VMs, anything that's going on underneath. Now we still take advantage of all the cool virtualization technology, but the end user only knows they get databases very, very quickly and very securely.
So can you compare it to the vCloud Director, where a customer is picking a virtual machine out of the catalog and just simply deploy the virtual machine in its data center and then it's available?
Sure, very similar to vCloud Director, except we're focused specifically on databases. So the two technologies are very complementary, and I'm sure at some point they'll be working together. Right now they're two separate products though.
So what happens when there is some kind of marketing initiative and suddenly the client needs a lot of more CPU power in their databases? The transactions must go faster. Is it scalable?
It's very scalable, so since everything's running inside a VM, we're actually able to ramp up the amount of CPU, the amount of RAM, and the amount of resources that every VM gets. So it works great for provisioning lots of new databases or shifting around resources.
Okay. So which types are supported in the current version?
So in the current version we support Oracle and we support vPostgres, which is actually VMware's own version of Postgres optimized for the virtual world. In addition, we're going to be adding support for SQL Server, MySQL, and probably Sybase by the end of this year.
Okay, great. It sounds terrific. Can you show us something?
Sure. So let's take a look at how one would create their own database here. So creating a database is pretty easy. It's just a few clicks. This is something you don't need to involve an administrator for. However, the administrator is going to be creating templates so that you can make sure that the databases look and feel exactly the way they need to, that they're following the best practices and the security standards for your company. In this case, we're doing an HR application database. Very simple. This one's going to be Oracle, but it could be vPostgres. All the databases are done the same way. And then we need to we choose a specific template with specific versions or patches or that sort of thing, and then where it's going to go. So then the administrators will choose what kind of resources are available, and then end users will have a selection as they do here. They'll choose how much data disk is available, what parameters can be changed. You might want, for example, junior developers wouldn't have any access to parameters, but a senior developer may want to come in and customize a database. They may want to, for example, turn on Enterprise Manager, change a character set, those sort of advanced things. And then we also have the ability so that the developer can actually set up their own backup and recovery. Typically in dev and QA environments, that won't even be involved. Organizations won't even do that because it's too complex and too time consuming. So once we've chosen here, all we need to do is a username, administrator, username and password. Going on next, and we choose if we want this to expire. We might have a database that's going to go away a week and it's a kind of a throwaway. And then we can set up IP whitelisting if we only want it to connect from a certain amount or for certain locations inside the network. And then at that point we can start reviewing our databases. This is all you need to create a database. So typically in 3 to 5 minutes, an end user would have an Oracle database exactly the way the administrator wanted it, without having to open a ticket and wait a week for that to get back to them.
Well, Morgan, that's an awesome demo you did for us. Is the product already available for download?
The product is available for download from the VMware website.
Great, many thanks for the demo.
Thank you very much.